Hello, Mustangs. Welcome to this month's episode of Mustang Monthly, where we talk about topics that matter to you. I'm Opie.
And I'm Marcus. Today, we're tackling something every middle schooler has experienced: testing. Love it or hate it, tests are a big part of our school experience. But how does testing impact us? We'll dive into the pros, the cons, the anxiety it creates, and even hear from some of you.
Let's start with the basics. Why do we have tests in school? Testing can help teachers understand what we learned, where we're struggling, and how to support us.
That's right. Research shows that tests can actually improve learning. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, students who regularly review and test their knowledge are better at retaining information over time. Testing also helps prepare us for future challenges, like college entrance exams.
But it's not all good news. There's another side to testing. Some studies show that too much testing can lead to stress and burnout. For example, a 2023 survey by YouTube revealed that 78% of students felt increased anxiety around major tests.
And that anxiety can affect our performance. When we're stressed, it's harder for our brains to focus and recall what we studied. Plus, tests don't always reflect how smart or talented someone is. They don't measure what you can do in a specific moment.
Speaking of anxiety, let's talk about how testing makes us feel. You know that feeling in your stomach before a big test? That's not uncommon. A 2022 report by the National Education Association found that 61% of middle school students reported feeling nervous, anxious, or overwhelmed before a test.
And it's not just about the test itself. The pressure to do well, meet expectations, and avoid failing can weigh heavily on students. Some people even lose sleep or stop enjoying school because of it.
We'll talk more about strategies to manage our test anxiety later, but first, let's hear from what some of you have to say.
We sent our reporter to talk to students about their thoughts on testing. Here's what they had to say.
My name is Mohammed Jabin, and on this edition of Mustang Monthly, we're interviewing students about test anxiety. Today I'm here with
Kirsten McQuilly.
So Kirsten, how do you prepare for tests?
I usually go over my notes or I look at the slides that my teachers post.
And what other tips would you have for your fellow peers?
I would tell them to sleep early before a test and not to stress out too much.
Thank you, that's all. And I'm here with
Marlon Hickadua.
So Marlon, do you think tests are a fair way to measure how much you've learned in a school year?
I think they're fair because they can show if you were paying attention in your school.
Thank you, that's all. And I'm with
Elisa Ortiz.
So Elisa, do you think tests are stressful or helpful?
I think that although they're helpful, they're much more on the stressful side for most students.
And do you dislike or like tests, and why?
I very much dislike tests because if I still don't have a clear understanding of the topic, like if my grade were to decrease just a little, then my whole average also decreases by a lot. So, and then it puts a lot of pressure on the fact to remain in the honor roll.
Thank you. And this is
Mohammed Shahada.
So Mohammed, what's a time where you felt really anxious about a test?
Last week I had an algebra test and it was really stressful because I didn't understand the topic that much.
So what happened after you got anxious?
Well, I studied with my siblings and I got 100 on the test and 2 points extra credit.
Thank you, that's all.
Thanks, Xander. It's so interesting to hear everyone's different experiences. Now let's talk solutions. If testing makes you nervous, you're not alone, but there are ways to manage that anxiety.
One great tip is to prepare early. Don't wait until the night before to start studying. Break your study sessions into smaller chunks over several days.
Also, take care of yourself. Sleep, exercise, and eating well can make a big difference in how you feel. And don't forget to breathe. Deep breathing can help calm your nerves before a test.
Another helpful strategy is to focus on what you can't control. You can't change the test, but you can control how you prepare and how you think about it. Remember, one test doesn't define you.
That's all for this episode of Mustang Monthly. We hope we've helped you understand the ups and downs of testing and how to handle the stress they can bring.
Thanks for tuning in, Mustangs. Until next time, stay strong and stay confident. Peace out, Prawl.
Testing.
One great tip is to prepare early. Don't wait until the night before this. Oh, God.
Thanks, Xander. It's It repeated.
It repeats.
According to a study by the American psycholo. It's hard.